If you've been watching Hard Drive for any amount of time, you know that we spend a lot of our time in Muskoka, Ontario to test cars. The roads are fantastic. We also build our ice track here. Recently, we found out that Martin Barkey, MBRP, his shop is right in Huntsville, almost right next door to where we do most of our work at the Bracebridge Golf Club. So we got together with Martin Barkey and decided that we'd work on a project with him. But first, we're gonna go through the garage and let you know what a great place this really is. Well, the project is a 2002 Dodge Ram pickup truck. And frankly, we couldn't think of anybody else but Martin Barkey and his people to help us put this thing together. Now, the truck belongs to our executive producer, Colin Fox. He picked it up for $8,000 or $10,000. If you want to talk about green, the way to do it is to take a vehicle that's 10 years old, make it better, and see if you can't make it last another 10 years. Now, the Dodge Ram, well, let's face it, it's way beyond my purview. I just don't give a damn about trucks, but Colin does, and Hugh and Andy are up for it as well. Let's see what happens.
Something to be said about living in these economic times. A new vehicle just isn't a reality for a lot of people. This 2002 Dodge Ram is pretty representative of what the breed is. It's 10 years old, it's done 164,000 kilometers. It's in reasonable shape. This truck's actually the property of our executive producer, Colin Fox. Now, Colin, in lieu of a raise this year, we just couldn't afford to do it. It's the economy this year. We blew his raise on Jello shooters at the Christmas party, so Colin can't get a new vehicle this year. So what we've decided to do instead is take this 2002 Dodge Ram and show what you can do with a little bit of money, a little bit of love, and some time.
So here we are with a mission, essentially to buy a used pickup truck, make some fairly tasteful modifications to it, and have some fun along the way. Now, of course, when you begin any project, you need a solid foundation to start off with. And that often means spending a bit of time looking through the classifieds or online to find a suitable candidate. Now, in our case, we found one. But I have to say that for about $7,000 to $8,000, it's not half bad. I mean, yeah, it's got a few things that need doing. The front end's perhaps a little loose. The brakes are a little spongy in feel. But it doesn't really have any rust on it. And of course, we're driving this thing in the salt belt. And it runs rather good. This particular truck is equipped with a 4.7 litre V8, so it doesn't have a huge amount of gusto, but it's enough to get us going where we need to go. Now, of course, because we live in North America, the pickup truck is a staple here. I mean, it's part of the culture, it's ingrained.
Now, Hugh is probably just beside himself driving this thing because he's British and he doesn't know that V8s exist in nature. But for those of us North Americans that are used to V8s, you might find this one slightly anemic. Now, personally, a jacked up 4x4 might not be everybody's thing, but hey.
I have to tell you, my attitude towards trucks is they're tools. They're not really vehicles. As far as driving impressions are concerned, well, I own a 20-year-old F-150, but I never really think of it as a vehicle. I think of it as a tool. Now, this vehicle is going to go through a huge restoration, and we're going to look at every single aspect of it and then end up with something, hopefully, that's better for the owner. So this one represents something that he's going to be using 4 seasons. We're going to do our very best to try to get Colin into a situation with this vehicle that he can really count on for the next 10 years.
Dodge is well supported by the aftermarket. You can buy just about every part you want for this truck. Wheels, tires, suspension, exhaust, superchargers. And we think with the right carefully selected parts, we can make this truck just as good or better than what's on a brand new dealer's lot right now. Beautiful thing about this thing is we bought this on the 2-payment system, first and last payment. They were both made at the same time. You can't see that with a new ride, at least I can. So at the end of the day, sometimes you just can't justify getting a brand new truck. Sometimes you're better off to look in your driveway, assess what you've got, and see what you can do with a bit of aftermarket help. Spend a few dollars on it, you might turn out with something like what we're going to build here.
After the break, we'll come back to Muskoka, Ontario, to the garage, and start with Martin Barkey's people on our build on the Dodge Ram truck.